Confidence in you. It's confidence in me. It's confidence in us. So, hopefully, this is going to work first time. Because I haven't been that successful lately. YouTube have changed this live streaming format on their website. So it makes it a bit trickier for me to know what is working or not until I actually try it. But that involves going live and looking very amateur. But there you go. That's what we have to deal with. So we've got the live chat. It says excellent connection, which is awesome. So hopefully that's us away and going. Hi, my name's Glenn. Welcome to my channel, Big Glenn. I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrencies as I go through it. I thought I'd do this live stream a bit earlier in the day. Normally I do live streams quite late at night. Normally once all the wife and kids have gone to sleep and I've got time to myself, but they've popped out. I've got time to myself and I thought, you know what? Actually, I can imagine there's a lot of people from other countries, people that have different lifestyles that work nights or something like that are not able to watch the live streams at night time. So obviously you can watch them back, but people don't tend to like watching live streams once it's not live anymore, because they want to feel like they're part of it. They want to interact, they want to ask questions, they want to see me answering their questions. So I thought I'd do this a bit earlier in the day to hopefully capture maybe slightly different audience. Let's post this on our social medias. We've got one person viewing, so thank you for joining. Hopefully you guys can all smash that like button if you're watching this video back live or if you're watching it later. I really do appreciate that. If you're new to this channel, please click subscribe. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a quick overview of exactly what Ether Homes is and what the home token does before we go into taking your questions. So, a few months ago, I went and bought a property, I've renovated it and I'm renting it out. And I thought, how can I implement this onto cryptocurrency or in a blockchain format? And I was thinking about it over the course of months and I was trying to think of doing it the fairest way possible. I didn't want to just create an ERC20 token out of thin air and then all of a sudden dump it on people once it's raised a bit of money. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. I feel that's unfair on the end user. So what I've done is I've done the fairest and simplest thing that I could do, which was a pre-sale. Pre-sale is going on currently. There are 3 weeks remaining. So I think there's 23 days left. In that pre-sale, if you send 1 Ethereum or the equivalent of, you get 2,500 home tokens. These home tokens are directly linked to shares of a company. Now this means that it's deemed an STO. A lot of people are trying to avoid STOs because there's different tax laws implications and there's also the way that I should sell it. So I'm trying to stay under the radar the radar of the current FCA guidelines, which is if you're trying to raise 8 million euros worth or above, you have to offer people a prospectus, which costs quite a bit of money. You have to have a lawyer involved and you have to send it back and forth to the FCA. I'm looking to raise about £35,000, so I'm not looking to go nowhere near their guidelines, even if it hit its full hard cap. That I've set it maximum at £1.2 million, so I'm well within the guidelines of the FCA. Now if something comes out later on that I should have maybe took more diligence with trying to sell the token, then so be it. I'll take that on the chin. That's something that I have to face when coming to it. But in terms of the token is directly linked to shares of a company that's registered in the UK. So you are actually investing into something, not just buying a token and hoping that it goes up in price. The home token will, in the pre-sale, raise the funds for the business to go out and purchase assets, i.e. homes. We will renovate these homes and then rent them out. The profits of the company will be shared back to the token holders, the people that are holding home tokens at the time. Now, this is known as a dividend. So depending on how the community and the shareholders decide that they want that dividends to be paid to them, every April we will pay the dividends out to shareholders, potentially in the form of Ethereum, Bitcoin, home tokens, or even the burning of home tokens, so that ideally the token price should go up in value. This is taking out any speculation. So I haven't just released a coin that I think, oh okay, this is going to pump because it's an ERC20 token and altcoins are pumping at the moment. I've taken out all speculation out of my calculations, out of any of my setup. This is purely, if the company raises £35,000 in the beginning, then the company, in my eyes, is worth £35,000. Therefore, the token should be worth £35,000. If we raise 50,000, 80,000, 100, then that is what the token should be worth. Now, that means that at that point then, if that logic stays the same, it becomes a stable coin. But what I would like to do is to purchase properties, increase their value by about 20% with a renovation, and then remortgage it, take the money out and buy another asset. Now, the second that happens, one, the first asset has gone up 20 to 25% in value. Secondly, we now own two assets. So therefore, the token should be directly linked to what assets this company owns and what versus what debt. This is how traditional companies run, but I'm trying to offer something on the blockchain. I'm trying to offer a cryptocurrency that is directly tied to assets. Now, what that means for you as the end user, you have a coin that you should know exactly what it's worth, what its true worth is. Now, if speculation is to be thrown into the mix, then I don't know where it could go. It could 10x, it could 100x, 200x. You got to think a lot of these cryptocurrencies currently on the market are not tied to any asset. They're not tied to anything. All you're doing is you're buying them in the hope that they go up in price. Now, some of them are solving real world problems. Some of them are not. Most of them are not. And we're seeing a lot of that. A lot of the tokens that were very popular 3 years ago are slowly moving their way down the list. And a lot of the DeFi coins are now coming up. And what will happen, there'll be a cream of the crop. So there'll probably be one or two in there that will stay up there in the next cycle. The rest will dither away. Or people will hold bags of them until 4 years' time when they start pumping again. So I don't want our coin to be that. I want it to be very clear from the offset what it should be worth. So if speculation does get involved and it 10x's, you know what the actual assets are worth, you know what the company is valued at. Now, if people are not looking into that sort of stuff and they're just buying it at 10x the price, then so be it. I'm happy with that because at the end of the day, they're going to make all my token holders very wealthy. So that's my plan in terms of the token. In terms of the business model, a lot of people get this confused. So I got a gentleman that was messaging me the other day saying about, so you're looking to take debt out soon as you raise money. That doesn't make sense. But this is how it works. The money I'm looking to raise in this pre-sale will be used to directly buy an asset, a property, straight off the bat. I look to increase that property's value by sort of 20 to 25% in value with a refurbishment of the whole property. I then look to refinance that asset up to 75% at that point in time. So it's gone up 25%, but I'm only looking to mortgage 75% of it. Then I will get the original investment plus the refurbishment cost back to me. So that's a 100% return on investment at that point. But we still own that asset. So that means we've gained that asset for free. We then use that money to go and purchase another asset, repeat the model, and repeat until this company has 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, whatever. The assets just keep going up. The token price should run in line with that. It should continuously go up. It actually has something that it's backed against. This isn't me saying that your tokens are based against an unaudited amount of dollars that are secured in some bank that no one's ever heard of, or gold that we don't know if it exists. This will be something that you can actually see and verify yourself. You can go onto the company's house website in the UK and it will show you what assets are associated with that company. So it will be 100% transparent and clear throughout the whole process of exactly what assets are associated with the company Ether Homes, and therefore directly linked to the shares. One share is one token for the home token. I hope that makes sense. I wonder if any of you have any questions. I think I've covered it there. A lot of people are also asking me, look, I'm finding it really confusing. How do I get involved? So if you want to get involved, the easiest thing to do is to head over to www.ether-homes.com. Let me just bring up my screen share and we're going to go over to that website now. So let's just type it in here, www.ether-homes.com. You can see this website here lists everything that it is that I'm trying to achieve. You can contact me via my social medias. You can also send the company a message. You can also do a live chat. You can also go over to the white paper, which it'll take you to the white paper page. It does take a little while to load up though, this PDF host website. It's a bit like Uniswap at the moment. Right, let's just wait for this to load up. So this is the Ether Homes white paper. Took me many hours to do that. It's got loads of verifiable and real world case data. So this isn't me cherry picking a certain select amount of data. This is actual data that you can verify yourself. All about how the property market has performed, and is it the true, hodl that a lot of people say Bitcoin just hodl. But I think properties has a case that actually it's been that case for many, many years now. So is it the true hodl device, if you like? You can also go over onto the photo gallery where you can actually see some images of properties that we've previously renovated. Obviously these are not properties that are associated with this company yet, because this company doesn't exist until it hits its soft cap. But you have until the 24th of September to get 2,500 home tokens per Ethereum. Now, I say the easiest way is to go over to this website. There's loads of data in there and stuff that you can read about, which is awesome. But if you just go down, right across the middle of this page here, I have put a smart contract address. The smart contract is a contract where any Ethereum that is sent to this address, it will automatically convert that Ethereum into home tokens, which you receive back instantly. Now, I appreciate that gas fees are quite high at the moment. To do sort of like one of these contracts, you're looking at $10 to $20 worth of gas fees, and seems to be rising. So I completely understand if some of you are put off by that. But I will say that this is your chance to get involved in a pre-sale. Now, a lot of YouTubers will secretly, like recently it's come out that Ivan on Tech had a issue where essentially he's taking part in a pre-sale of cryptocurrencies. They contact him, say, look, can you promote our brand? He gets a big chunk of their coins, and the first day that they go live, he just dumps them for, I assume, more Ethereum or Bitcoin, which is, I suppose, a clever thing to do. But then obviously he's dumping a lot of the tokens at a very early stage, and that's what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to actively avoid doing that. Because that is the main way that a lot of these companies or development teams are actually raising money. If you look at companies like Chainlink, EOS, they have, or EOS did a pre-sale, but Chainlink in particular and XRP, they have huge percentages of holdings. You know, you're talking 70, 80, 90% of the total supply. So when you guys are buying and selling off exchanges, you're really just playing about, all of you together, with the 10% that's there. They have the other 70 or 80%. And what they do is they release and sell some of their tokens, 5% here, 2% there. And we're talking about huge sums of money. Obviously, if they dumped it all at the same time, it would absolutely crash the price of their own coin. So they have to be very careful how they do it. But this always is putting downward pressure on people that are trying to buy in. So I'm not going to do that with this. I'm going to create a pre-sale. It's open to anyone. So once this pre-sale is finished and people say, oh, is Ether Home's a good time to buy in because it's 10x or 15x or whatever it may be, I don't know, I'll say, well, everyone had the opportunity. There was no KYC, there was no discrimination. The only thing I can't do is I can't sell to Americans. But all you have to do is, using your Ethereum wallet, is send Ethereum to this smart contract. That's it. A lot of people are trying to get themselves a bit confused. They want to know the full ins and outs, which is completely understandable. I like this. I've always actively promoted this. I think you should ask as many questions as you can. That's why I've been doing these live streams every day, so people can ask me questions. But if you don't want to get too confused, if you want to take part in this pre-sale, send Ethereum to this address across the middle here, and you will receive home tokens in your Ethereum based wallet. I recommend you do this from an Ethereum ERC20 friendly wallet, a bit like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, or someone mentioned Koinomi or Koinomi or something like that offers it. Just be careful, obviously, if your wallet that you're using doesn't support the custom ERC20 tokens, then you will still have them there. They'll be associated with your Ethereum wallet address, but they may not appear in your actual wallet. So say Coinbase, they won't all of a sudden appear on Coinbase. Coinbase are very selective with what can be sold or shown on their platform. So if you use something like MetaMask does allow you to add custom tokens whenever you like, which I've done myself. You can see here that I've got 7,500 home tokens. I can't do anything with them. I can't send them anywhere. I can't spend them. And that is because it's still in its pre-sale phase. If this project does not hit 120 Ethereum by the end of the 24th of September at 10 in the morning, then this project is a no-go. Everyone will get their Ethereum returned back to them, and all the home tokens will disappear from their wallets. So I hope that you can join in with me on this journey, and we can buy some properties together, and I'll share that journey as I'm going through it live through this YouTube channel. Obviously I'll share it on the social media side, so you can all take part and know exactly what's going on during the whole process, so you can see where your hard-earned money is being spent. So I plan to make this the most transparent, most up-to-date project that there can be currently. I know that a lot of cryptocurrency-based projects are keeping their investors up to date with Telegram and Twitter, but I think I'm in a unique position to offer actual live video of what I'm actually doing with the funds, which I think is really exciting. Brian says, "Hey Glenn, how are you, mate? I got the first like." Well done. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. I don't know how many of you are watching now. So Brian, what do you think of this Ether Homes token? Have you invested? How did you find the experience? Was it easy? Was it hard? Or have you just not invested at all? I know a lot of you are probably just going to wait until literally the last day or day before, because in your mind you think, oh, I don't know if I want to go ahead with this. I'll wait to see if it's a live thing. But it adds more confidence to other people the more people invest in. So if I was to say, oh, no one's invested yet, you'd think, oh, hang on a minute, I don't want to be the first one. Whereas if other people do invest, then you think, oh, well, look, 10 other people, 15 other people have. So that gives me a bit more confidence jumping in. Chris says, what happens with the Ethereum return if not enough home are sold with respect to the current huge gas fees? Does the smart contract have enough Ethereum to return lots of small transactions? That I don't know, Chris, but I know what I'm going to personally do is I will cover that fee. So as long as obviously Ethereum fees don't go ridiculous, like I'm talking in the tens of thousands, but yeah, I will make sure, even if I personally have to send individual transactions, I will make sure that everyone gets a refund if this project doesn't go ahead. But the smart contract, as far as I'm aware, I'll just bring it up actually, I had it up here a minute ago. The smart contract, I believe, has some Ethereum already based in it. And it will use the original transaction. So when you're actually sending the Ethereum to the address, it charges you quite a lot, but some of that gas fees are actually stored in the smart contract. And if obviously the project isn't a go, it uses that reserve to send them back. That is my understanding of how it works. But if it doesn't, if there's an issue, because since I created that smart contract, gas fees have gone up ridiculous amounts. So I personally will be putting in the Ethereum that is required to get everyone's Ethereum back to them, even if it costs me a loss. My reputation is more important to me than a small amount of money. So Gigabit here, yeah, I'm going to get some as soon as I get paid on the 5th. Only invest what you're willing to lose, please, Brian. Don't go putting your monthly wages into it. And are you still mining anything, mate? No, I'm not mining anything at all. I haven't mined anything for a long time. There's no point. I wonder actually if Ethereum-based miners are becoming profitable now with the huge gas fees that there are at the moment. I haven't looked into that actually. Chris said, oh, okay, so kind of a built-in refund system, so that's great to hear. In the tens of thousands. Oh god, I hope that's not bad. It's enough at 400. Yeah, it's pretty high at the moment. I literally paid $34 to do a transfer, try and do a swap. Something that is irritating me at the moment. I have some Ethereum locked up. I'll show you guys. No, I haven't got some Ethereum. I've got some YFI. Let's go to Uniswap. Let's launch the app. I have to put in the address. Let's see if it's DF. Right. If I show you my transactions. Now I've got two queuing here. So one was for selling Wi-Fi for 5.10 Ethereum, and there was one earlier today for 4.97. Now the price has dropped and then gone back up, and I've tried to do another transaction. I've tried to do several. You can see here, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, So I feel like I'm stuck with this Wi-Fi now. I can't seem to shift it, and it's all because this transaction here is pending, and I can't cancel it. I've tried to speed up the transaction. I've paid the extra $35 to do that, and you can see here, look, it's tried twice. I don't know how many times it tries it. Maybe it'll try it a third time, but once this transaction goes, I assume I'll be able to cancel, say, this one or do whatever, and then obviously try and sell my Wi-Fi. But yeah, I'm having a mare with Uniswap today because, and to be fair, oddly enough, I have to say, it has worked in my favour, which is very, very rare that something like this happens. So if I show you this portfolio that I've been keeping my eye on, these are the coins that I've been keeping my eye on recently. Now this at the start of the day was 3,200, so it's literally doubled. And I put in a transaction to try and sell it, and it failed at 3,200 because it started to go up so quickly. And Uniswap have a slippage, a tolerance, so if there's a change, you know, whether it will go through or not. And because it went up so quickly, it failed. So I thought, oh well, that's all right, I'll leave it. I'll ride this wave and see where it goes. And I thought it might pump a couple of $100, but it literally went up like 3,000. It actually was at, when I tried doing the last sale, it was at 7,100. So it's dropped $600 since then. But there's just nothing I can do. I can't get rid of my Wi-Fi. So I realised that Binance have Wi-Fi, or DFI as they're rebranding it now. So I thought, oh, I'll send that over to Binance, but I can't because this transaction is still pending. As soon as this is gone, I can send the Wi-Fi. You can see, look, I've tried to send it for 2,000, or it was worth about 2,600 at the time. But I can't do nothing about it. It's really, really irritating. Brian says, going to use some of my mining efforts. I got burned with all the Hashflare contracts and other Bitcoin cloud mining I was doing. How did you make out with Hashflare cloud mining? Yeah, none of them were really that profitable. I actually broke even on Hashflare. I broke even with Genesis mining, but I never really made any profit at all. So it was a complete waste of time. I wouldn't recommend any mining services. I wouldn't even recommend buying a miner, and I don't recommend using a laptop or computer to mine. Unless you're mining brand new altcoins that have just come out and then you're dumping them on the market. I don't recommend mining at all, really. Which is sad because obviously the whole point of it was meant to be decentralized. But I think if you were breaking even, I think a lot of people would do it. But you more than likely you're going to be running at a loss, week in, week out, month in, month out, unless Bitcoin and Ethereum go on a massive bull run. But they'd have to go up quicker than the hash rate goes up. As soon as the hash rate catches up, then it's unprofitable to mine at that level again. Even if Bitcoin hit $100,000 tomorrow, it'd be profitable to mine for about a week, and then the hash rate would catch up, and then it'd be unprofitable again. Yen Finance only has 30,000 total supply, and that is why it's at 25k. It doesn't have much utility and people will get wrecked with it. So even the owner, the creator of YFI, has come out and said the token is completely worthless in sense of how much should it be worth. But it is offering it's offering a protocol where it will search for you the highest yield return with Curve Finance. So it is actually doing something in the background. And he didn't pre-sale it, he didn't pre-mine it. All he done is when he released it, he started to mine it, so he got a few of the first ones. So it's been a very fair release. Sounds like something that I'm trying to do, like a very fair release of obviously home token. There is a pre-sale, but so far there's no huge big wows in the system. It's been completely fair, open and transparent. I don't own a huge majority share of the tokens, so yeah, I expect good things from the token if obviously it hits its soft cap, and I'll put it onto Uniswap as soon as possible. Hi Glenn, I'm using Jack's library as mobile crypto wallet. Do you know if it will list home tokens after sending Ethereum to your smart contract address? I haven't tried Jack's. Is Jack's, can you add custom ERC20 tokens? If you can, then yes, it will accept home tokens, but I don't know if they're set. I used to have a Jack's library, an account on my phone. I wonder if I've still got it. Let's have a little look, see if I can find it. No, I haven't got it anymore. That's a shame. I could have checked and answered for you, but I do. If you just have a check to see if it does allow custom ERC20 tokens to be added onto it, then yes, it will show it up. But remember, you cannot sell or buy the tokens until the end of the pre-sale. So you can look at them, that's about it, for the next 3 weeks, because it's in a pre-sale. Now what's going to happen is that, like I say, if the smart contract doesn't happen, it will draw all the home tokens back and refund the Ethereum back into the same address. So hence why you can't send them on from that address. Any other questions? Does anyone else want to ask me anything regarding home token? Like I say, there is a maximum supply. So you can see here, total supply, 10 million home tokens. This is the max possible emission of tokens. No more tokens can be minted. So I won't be creating any more after this pre-sale. That is it. That's the maximum that can be generated. So if you want to get some home tokens, say if only 30,000 get sold, then if you look at most coins out there where there's only a small circulating supply of the tokens, they typically do pretty well. I'm not saying that's a guarantee that my one will, but as long as we hit that soft cap, then I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy if we hit the hard cap and we receive 4,000 Ethereum, then obviously I'll be happy, because that means that I can go forth and buy several properties at the same time, probably all cash, and I can start getting the ball rolling with it very quickly. If we only just hit the soft cap, then there's going to be a small circulating supply of the tokens, which, like I say, that would mean let's actually check how many would that generate. So if we do 2,500 times 120, it'd be 300,000. So 300,000 tokens. Bearing in mind at current prices you're buying them for 11 pence per token, that would mean that it would be the cheapest lowest circulating supply coins out there. If you look at any coins where there's less than 300,000, that they're worth a lot more than 11 pence, just purely on speculation alone. Bitcoin Atom is really good. It was 25 cents when I started mining it, but I sold it all too early. Now it's $6. Trying to get some when you can. Yeah, that's a good life lesson, that if a project is good and you believe in it, then you should hold on to it, not just hold it for a few days, weeks, months. Long term. If you don't believe in a project, yeah, buy it, dump it, whatever. That's my way of thinking anyway. Because even if it goes up, if you don't believe in Bitcoin Atom, then who's to say it doesn't go back down to 15 cent, which we've seen a few times. Big coins pumping a lot and then just going back to their original prices. It's almost like a race to zero. It's what a lot of the coins do. Unless you wait long enough, wait 4 years, and they start pumping again. You can see a lot of the altcoins are down at the moment. Let's have a look. I bought some of this energy web token a long time ago. I've got 16 of them, so that's about $70 worth. But I bought them when they were like $1 or something like that. So I wish I bought loads more of them, really. Let's have a look at, where's my ones I've been looking at, portfolio. It's gone back up to 6.8. I want to set. Can anyone help me? Does anyone know how I can get rid of this transaction, this pending? I keep trying to speed it up. Look, submitted with gas fee. Speed this transaction up. I'll try it again. Look, 34.55 pence. Let's try an average. No, let's do it fast. 24 seconds. It says it should complete. I just sit there and wait, and it just spins and it just spins. But until that one goes, I can't. All these other ones are still waiting and failing. So I need this one to be gone. Bitcoin Private was crap, a real pump and dump coin. What did you do with yours? I sold mine pretty early on. Once I realised how crap it was. Yeah, I'm not too happy with Bitcoin Private or Z Classic. Z Classic is another pump and dump coin. A lot of the coins that we're used to seeing in the top 10 are really fading away now. They're just slowly working their way down the list. I saw it the other day. I think these Y finances are going to be in the top 10, 15 in the matter of the next week or two. Because I think yeah, look, it's at number 27, but that is pumping like crazy the last few weeks, and there's actually a demand and a community behind it that wants that coin. It's becoming really well diversified at the moment, so a lot of different people are buying it. It's not just one big majority holder. And if you look at the one that I've got, that one is working its way up the list, overtaking Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Bitcoin SV, as I like to call them, the fake Bitcoins. I think they should be gone. I think they should just be completely gone, to be honest. EOS, I think, should be completely gone. I think that's been a garbage project since day one, and it's a shame because they raised $4 billion worth of funds. Now think about that. I'm looking to raise £35,000. They raised $4 billion. What have they done with that money between now and then? They haven't even got a massively decent referral bonus program or a marketing structure or marketing team. They were going to create these massive dApps, but nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ripple XRP still number 3. Oh yeah, XRP, I don't know why that's up there, and I don't know how. I think it's them. I think they're buying and selling it themselves, to be honest, and manipulating the price. That's just a complete guess. Seeing if some of the others want to jump in for the live stream. Have you guys got any other questions for me with the home token? I was expecting to sort of repeat myself a lot from yesterday and the day before and the day before. A lot of people ask me the same questions over and over again, which I'm sure it's the case with every cryptocurrency actually. When exchange? when mainnet launch? So yeah, I'm really happy with how this process has gone so far. I'm happy with how the website's turned out. Obviously, we've got our own little advert now, which I need to include in the website. The Twitter and the Telegrams are getting loads of questions, and even through this website, I'm getting a lot of people email me through this, asking me, you know, what's the deal with the tokens? How can I get some? And I've done like little videos. And I've sent them to people saying, look, hey, this is how you do what it is you want to do. So I think I'm offering good customer service so far. I'm getting back. Will you pay yourself a salary? So if I go and do the refurb cost, yes, I will have a salary based on the refurbishment of the property. But the bulk of the stuff, which is doing your research, searching for the property, going to view properties, no, I won't be paying myself a wage. Obviously going to auctions, doing all the bidding, dealing with estate agents, solicitors, no, I won't be paying myself. And I wouldn't know how would I charge for my time, but if the project obviously was a huge success, then obviously being a 25% shareholder, then obviously if there's, I don't know, £10,000 worth of profits for the year, then obviously I'd get paid 2,500. So I've tried to make it as fair as possible. I am going to be having 25% share in the company because that makes me a person of significant control. It means I can go and buy assets without everyone's permission, and it means I can take debt out in the company name, so they're like mortgages. So for me to run this business, I had to have at least 25% share of the company. So yeah, I won't be getting paid anything unless either the tokens go up in price, we make profit at the end of every year, which that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, I've got just as much to lose as everyone else investing in this project. So I've got to make this a success, otherwise I won't earn any money myself. It has real world utility for banks to do remittance, and MoneyGram is using it already. Are they using it, or are they using the X-Rapid software that Ripples is selling to a lot of banks? I don't think they're actually using the token. So therefore for us, why own the token? You don't own, if you owned like 50% of the Ripple tokens, that doesn't mean you own 50% of Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs are doing really, really well. I'd like to invest in Ripple Labs, but Ripple, the token, I don't see anyone using it in particular for anything. But I may be wrong. Chris says, not much, not about home, but are you still using Prime XBT / had much luck with it? No, I haven't. All my energy, time, money, everything has gone into this project. I had to pay for the website, I had to pay for the advert, I had to pay for the obviously a domain name, a business web service so that I could have this little chat box and people can message me directly. So yeah, I've put my money a lot into that. Obviously I've invested like 1,500 of my own money into the tokens. So yeah, all my time, energy and effort has gone into this. Prime XBT did message me and said, Glenn, we've now released our co-vesting option to people. Would you like to do a video about it? I was going to say to him, yeah, is there some sort of, but I just don't know if I don't really for the next 3 weeks want to be talking about anything other than Ether Homes, because then at least at the end of the pre-sale, if it doesn't go ahead, I can say, well look, I did my best. You know, I shouted it from the rooftops, I offered everyone 100% share of the tokens, I offered, you know, no sort of like pre-sale. I didn't sell to big investors to start off with. I did the fairest job that I could and to the best of my ability. A lot of people say to me, why don't you create a token that does this and that, or has staking rewards and all that? Like, I don't know how to I wouldn't know how to do that. And if if I was to do something like that, I would have to go down the similar routes that all the other projects have done, and that is create a token with 100 million token supply and then sell only 10% of it on the open market or to big investors, raise 50 to 100,000 pounds, pay a couple of cryptographers, pay a couple of design artists to start doing marketing and create the code, and that's all time and money, which at some point has to come from someone, and typically it's the end user. So I've tried to do something where I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this as fair as possible, and I'm not going to dump it on the heads of the people getting involved on Uniswap, you know. That's fair. At least you can say you gave it your best shot. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to give it my best shot, so at least people can say, okay, Glenn tried his hardest, it failed. Some people, I'm sure, will take the mick and say, ha, you know, you're a failure and all that, but at least I tried. At least I tried. I'm not scared of being called a failure. I'm scared of not trying, and hence why I'm here. They still have to purchase a certain amount of XRP to get access to the XRapid network, and then some XRP is burned when they use the remittance service. I don't know how true that is, Brian. Obviously, it sounds like you've done more research than me, but the fact that the CEOs and people that have previously worked for XRP are selling the tokens every time they're released from their escrow service says to me that they obviously don't believe in the project. Yeah, they probably are keeping the price down, really, which means that there could be an upside to XRP. I don't see the community getting behind it, really. I think the community of people that are into XRP just believe that it's going to go up in price, and that's why they love it so much. They don't love it because of the tech or what it does or who they're trying to advertise to. Not like I see with other projects out there, personally. So I don't know. It's a tough one. I think XRP is going to go down, and it's going to really struggle. Let's have a look. How many people we got watching? We got 6 people watching, only 2 likes. What's that all about, guys? Come on, smash that like button for me before you leave. Well, I'm going to end it there then. If that is everything you guys have to ask me regarding the home token, I hope I've explained it well enough for anyone who's jumping in on this video later that isn't watching it live. The home token represents a share of a UK-based company that are going to own assets. So you will own a share of those assets, i.e. properties. So between all of us, we can all club in and say, right, let's buy this house, let's renovate this house, let's rent it out. And you could say to friends or family, look, using my cryptocurrency, and bring up a YouTube video of me showing you around the home that we eventually buy, saying, look, I own some of that house. And they'd say, what? No way. How can you own some of that house? And you'll say, because I do, because it's part of the cryptocurrency called home token. You buy the home token, and who knows, then it might get picked up by some of the popular YouTubers or Twitter shillers, if you like, and they might actually mention it, and therefore, and then speculation comes into it then, and then price could go crazy. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that that will happen, but that's what happens with a lot of projects at the moment. So I think the first thing I need to concentrate on is getting a successful pre-sale. So if you haven't already, please go over to www.ether-homes.com, go halfway down the page and copy this address, and you want to send that address Ethereum. Send it Ethereum and you will receive home tokens to the ratio of 1 Ethereum to 2,500 tokens. And the sale ends on the 24th of September. So as of recording this video, you have 23 days left to get involved in a pre-sale of a token, an ERC20 token. So by the time it goes on to Uniswap, you can honestly say, I got involved in that right at the start. So if it goes up to $1, $2, and especially if you watch this channel regularly and you obviously follow my journey, if it does go up to $1, $1.20 or something like that, you might think, oh my God, why didn't I listen to him? Why didn't I just invest like 2-3 weeks ago? So I'd hate for you to be in that position. Now, it could go the other way. It could go on Uniswap, and once it's on Uniswap, I have no control over who buys it or sells it. It might go down to 1p, and people think, I'm glad I didn't take part in the pre-sale. I got it cheaper. But, you know, obviously you guys, with your money, your Ethereum, you're helping start the project in the first place. If it doesn't hit a soft cap, then there is no project. This comes to an end. So I thank you to everyone that's invested so far. Anyone that is going to invest, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm glad that you have sort of faith in me to the extent where you're willing to risk some of your money on that belief. And that gives me obviously a great sense of accomplishment, that I need to get this done, I need to get it across the line. So yeah, I just really want to say thank you to all those people that have invested and that are going to invest. So I hope that you guys can join me on this journey. I hope to see you soon. Hopefully we can buy our first property together, and I'll stream the whole thing for you guys so you can always be up to date with what it is that your hard-earned money has bought. And hopefully we can see this home token grow from strength to strength. Soon as it's on Uniswap, it will then be on CoinGecko, and then obviously I'll apply for it to go on CoinMarketCap. So everyone will be able to track obviously the price of the token, the movement of the token, how many are in circulating supply, all of that stuff will all be viewable. And you know, who knows, another little BitGlen somewhere else across the world might have a little look on CoinGecko one day and go, oh, what's this home token? It's done pretty well in the last couple of months, and then it has a knock-on effect, and hopefully we have a little ball run with it. That's what I hope. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next video from myself. Any questions, just send them over to me on Telegram, either at Team BitGlen, or you can search for Ether Homes through Telegram. You can also find me on Twitter, which is at BitGlen. Again, for Ether Homes, it's just Ether Homes. The actual website, though, is www.ether-homes.com. That's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.